The moment was over, but the memory remained to burn me. You see, I had bombed in stand-up comedy, and bombing in stand-up comedy leaves this weak flame burning in your soul, which mocks you in comparison to the bonfire of epic comic glee that could have been. I couldn't forget this story, it hurt too much, and plus I had to analyze it, figure out what happened, rearrange the jokes, make a new story out of what had already happened. Then I would be a new man. But first, I'd have to make it out of South Florida alive. That was the sentence that got me into here. I texted my mom, I was so excited. I said, "Mom, my story about bombing in Florida got me in." She said, "You bombed something in Florida? Where are you, okay? Run, son, run." And I did. No. Hi, Mom. I'm so happy to be here tonight. At the time before this moment when I bombed in stand-up Florida, I had just been doing stand-up in this area, depressed, isolating, only talking at work and in 5-minute spurts during comedy open mics. If I had wanted to succeed in stand-up, I should have moved to New York City years before. But I had prepared for this slackerism by taking a note and writing on it, "Better late than never," and hiding it under a rock with the pendant of a 4-leaf clover. When the time came, I'd just grab it and run. And not because I was running from my problems, but because I was running from my problems. See, it was the 4th of July when this happened, perfect day for it to happen, and a comedy booker from Florida invited me to do 30 minutes of comedy to close a show. I agreed, even though this would be 20 minutes longer than I had ever done anything in my life. I sped down there, making sure I stopped at rest stops to catch up on local culture. I heard the Big Macs in this town are especially good. Is that true? Till finally I got to Florida. I was a couple hours early, so I parked in a Walmart parking lot, and I texted the booker, and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Practicing," to which he responded, "Practicing." And he was right. Stand-up was like kissing. You shouldn't practice it. The wetter and sloppier, the funnier. So I got there, and in the parking lot, I ran into an old comic who was actually touring. He was telling me about how he rolled his own cigarettes to save money and used couchsurfing.com, and I thought, is this what better for me would be? Chain-smoking bugler tobacco in a stranger's driveway for epic tales of having entertained 4 people at a golden buffet? To which I responded to myself, yes. But there was no crowd, but luckily there was a Bob Marley cover band concert letting out. So as they filtered out all pre-stoned and pre-drunk, I lured them in by saying, "Let's get together and listen to me talk about my personal life, la-da-da-da." Then it was time for me to go on, and the crowd was thin, and I was doing what was called walking the room. My bit about being stalked by an owl in a graveyard of self-doubt somehow wasn't connecting. But there was one woman, this older woman, who stayed, and I wasn't doing well, so I decided to do crowd work. So I leaned in and said something smooth to her, like, "Hi, how are you doing tonight?" To which she responded to me, "How are you doing tonight?" And I looked, and I had been pacing so much that the microphone cord was tangled around me, and I had trapped myself. And before I could respond, she walked up and pushed me backwards into a chair I didn't even know was there. She said, "How long have you been doing this?" I said, 8 years, to which she responded, "Oof." And I said, "I appreciate you so much. Have you ever tried to whisper into a girl's ear with a microphone in your hand?" "You're very nice. I feel I hardly deserve this." She said, "It's fine. Don't worry about it." And I said, "I know I'll go on. I'm just worried that I won't even make it out of this club alive." To which she responded, "Better late than never."